While scouting an uncharted planet in wild space, an Imperial scouting party encounters a stealthy assailant after they trespassed on their homestead. The attacker reveals himself as Mithron Nurodo, or Thrawn, an exiled member of the Chiss Ascendancy. Cadet Eli Vanto of the Imperial scouting party proves himself useful as Thrawn isn't fluent in Basic, and he is the only Imperial on board who can translate Sibisti. Thrawn is interrogated on board and reveals his belief in necessary preemptive attacks resulted in his exile from the Chiss Ascendancy. Thrawn reveals his attack was a test of the Empire's mettle, and he sought them out to warn them of significant threats in the unknown regions. Thrawn's vast knowledge of the unknown regions earned him an audience with Emperor Palpatine himself. Thrawn persuades the Emperor to accept his knowledge and skill in service of the Empire as an advisor on the unknown regions, in return for a protection guarantee for the Chiss. Eli Vanto is permanently assigned to Thrawn, as both are enrolled in officer training at the Imperial Academy on Coruscant by order of the Emperor. Despite having to navigate the anti-alien prejudices of their fellow officer candidates and commandant, Lieutenant Thrawn and Ensign Vanto graduate near the top of their class. Also on Coruscant, Arinda Pryce, heir to Pryce Mining, begins working for the Lothalian Citizen Assistance Office as part of a deal to get false embezzlement charges dropped against her mother. The rights to the mine are sold to the Empire as part of the agreement, as Arinda Pryce wanted to experience life on the core worlds. For 18 months, Thrawn and Vanto serve aboard the Blood Crow, catching pirates and aiding distressed travelers. In one instance, Thrawn and Vanto were briefly captured after pirate Neville Sinji posed as a distressed traveler. Thrawn's ability to quickly learn about the motivations and fears of the pirates allows him to extract information that greatly assists the Empire in eliminating pirate gangs. Thrawn's tactics, though, are controversial with the higher-ranking officers for being risky, despite the high rate of success. Regardless, Thrawn's cunning with eliminating pirates earns him a promotion to senior lieutenant. Later, at an Imperial ball, Arinda Pryce meets Colonel Yularen as well as Thrawn and Vanto. There she meets with Lothal Senator Ranking, who provides her a falsified data card to deliver to Imperial Moff Gotti. Facing imprisonment for falsification, Arinda Pryce is blackmailed into working for the Moff. Later, Thrawn is promoted to captain of the Archidans-class cruiser Thunder Wasp. While pursuing Iridium smugglers, Thrawn learns they are working for an individual known as Night Swan, who is interested in stockpiling Clone War weapons. Soon after, Thrawn, Vanto, and Commander Cheno are called to defend Admiral Gendling's Star Destroyer from a Vulture droid attack above Umbara. Thrawn convinces his fellow officers to go against the orders of Admiral Gendling to stem the heavy losses. Thrawn is nearly court-martialed as a result. Believing that the attack might have been staged by Night Swan, however, Thrawn ends up tracing the Vulture droid attack to Dunium miners on Umbara. Thrawn and Vanto discuss this Night Swan individual with Colonel Yularen. Yularen takes an interest and begins investigating. Back on Coruscant, Arinda Pryce is persuaded by her friends to join an Imperial watchdog group called Higher Skies. There she learns the group is spying on Imperial officers, including Moff Gotti and Grand Moff Tarkin. Upon learning about this espionage activity, Moff Gotti orders Pryce to collect data on Tarkin, his political rival. At the same time, Colonel Yularen's investigation connects him to the activities of Higher Skies. Thrawn informs Arinda Pryce to be ready to betray her colleagues to receive ISB protection. Now, Commander Thrawn and Vanto mediate a dispute on Sifar between the Aif clan and Native Safari. Thrawn and Vanto trace the dispute to discovery of a new Dunium mine, the same resource behind the Umbaran rebellion. They immediately surmise that Night Swan is behind the dispute. Back on Coruscant, Pryce decides instead to visit Grand Moff Tarkin and informs him of Higher Skies' information on him and Moff Gotti. She offers him the information to expose Higher Skies and Moff Gotti in exchange for governorship of Lothal and a promotion for Eli Vanto, per Thrawn's request. Soon after, Colonel Yularen arrives and arrests the members of Higher Skies, including Arinda's friends. Commodore Thrawn is given the Imperial Star Destroyer Chimera, and Vanto is promoted to Lieutenant Commander. Thrawn responds to a distress call from a troop transport attacked by a frigate and 2 squadrons of V-19 Torrent starfighters. Thrawn discovers the attackers were Wookiees, attempting to free their fellow Wookiees enslaved by the Empire. Not long after, Thrawn's crew is sent to deal with Governor Kessel, who declared independence from the Empire. Above the capital city of Bodajef, Thrawn again encounters these V-19 Torrents and surmises they were sent to assist the Wookiees previously. Using the information he gathered on Governor Kessel, Thrawn delegitimizes him and forces his surrender. Again, the use of Clone Wars-era weaponry connects all these events to Night Swan. Following a promotion to Admiral, Thrawn is sent to be part of Fleet Admiral Donasius' task force to eliminate the Baton insurgency. Whilst Thrawn's 96th Task Force assisted in handling the crisis, Thrawn and Vanto snuck onto the surface of Baton. There, they sneak aboard the Slipknot, where it is revealed that Sinji, the pirate who captured Thrawn and Vanto not long after the Imperial careers began, is Night Swan. They learn that Sinji has been following Thrawn's career since Thrawn had first worked with Jedi General Anakin Skywalker during the Clone Wars. Thrawn orchestrates a radiation leak to allow him and Vanto to escape. Thrawn then orders bombardment of the ocean, which causes tidal waves that neutralize the ground cannons and forces the insurgents to hold up in a mine. The Empire lays siege to this reinforced mine. Arinda Pryce goes undercover to get her parents out of the mine after she learns they are amongst the civilians inside. Meanwhile, Thrawn contacts Night Swan directly and requests a one-on-one meeting. At this meeting, Night Swan reveals he was behind everything. He sought to disrupt the Empire's mass extraction of resources after he claims that the Empire is working on some unknown large project, as well as to unite other anti-Imperial insurgencies. Recognizing his intelligence, Thrawn offers him an escape to the Chiss Ascendancy, but he declines in the two-part. Meanwhile, Pryce triggers an explosion that destroys the stronghold, killing the insurgents and Night Swan, but also many Imperials. Thrawn's forces neutralize the insurgency after Admiral Donasius' forces are battered. They also assist Pryce and her parents in escaping the mine. Afterwards, Pryce frames an Imperial agent whom she killed trying to stop her for the costly explosion. Upon returning to Coruscant, the Emperor orders an audience with Thrawn. There he promotes him to Grand Admiral for his exceptional service. Thrawn questions the Emperor about this large military project that Night Swan had mentioned. He expresses fear that it will be used against the Chiss. The Emperor promises it won't be used against the Chiss, only to crush resistance to Imperial power. At the end of the meeting, the Emperor introduces Thrawn to his servant, Darth Vader, and states that they will be working together on an upcoming mission. But before that, he was to take command of the 7th Fleet and head to Lothal to deal with the insurgents there. It is revealed at this point that despite Thrawn's help in mapping the unknown regions, he has been withholding Chiss worlds from the Empire. The story ends with Eli Vanto, en route to the unknown regions, to meet with Admiral Arlani of the Chiss Expansionary Defense Fleet under Thrawn's orders, thus leaving the Empire behind. So that's going to do it here for today's video, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I know we just saw the Ahsoka trailer. We're all super hyped for that. Stay tuned for the next video in the series. In the meantime, if you haven't already, check out my Rebels recap series. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you.